Hey guys, welcome to the Heart of David. The topic of discussion, what's going on? We know what's going on, but we don't know exactly, well, I don't. I just going to be honest with you. I don't know exactly where we are in the seals, anything that's going on. Our world is insane right now. And if you just stop and think about it and take a look at the things that are going on, like Luke 21, the things that are coming upon this earth, people's hearts failing them from fear. Pardon me, I just got back from a long walk. I was just instantly making a video because I just feel it in my soul I have to say something. You know, according to my last videos, there are two things that I believe without a doubt that rock Apophis is going to hit. I do believe that. I also believe Donald Trump is the Antichrist, and so many people are fooled, man. They're waiting for someone else. Well, there's earthquake swarms surrounding the earth. Japan had 1,980 earthquakes in, I don't know, months. If I'm wrong, correct me. But it's something like that. There's a super volcano called Campi Flegrei. Just think about this one volcano alone. Never mind all the other ones exploding and the fractures in the rocks. The whole earth is groaning, it's moaning, it's waiting for Jesus Christ. Campi Flegrei. I would do a little research on this. I think they said the scientists are literally challenging what the government is putting out. They said it's a 4.0 earthquake. I don't know if that was today. I don't think it was today. I'm just giving you what's been happening. So even if it was a 4.0, see, because if it goes up to 4.2 or 4.5, that's a big jump. That's a very big jump for a volcano. 4.0 would indicate that lava is making its way to the surface. And this is happening like in the ocean and other places too. If Campi Flegrei was to go off, that, in a supervolcano eruption, the last one of any significance was about 500 years ago, but they already know what that will do. We're talking about, they say, in the least 18 kilometers deep of magma. That's just what they know. And, I think they said it was like 30 miles in diameter. Do the math. It would change the temperature by 5 degrees within 6 months. It would literally turn to winter, man, in some places. Everything would die. This volcano, just this one, would take our Earth out as far as like the ash cloud, however long that would last. It would last a long time in the atmosphere, and it would kill everything. Except for the people who are hiding in the clefts of the rocks and all those things. My guess is, from what I see happening, I just see this massive buildup of something. I mean, it's hard not to see it when you're looking at the whole picture. I mean, look at Japan, man. They're waiting for the big one. California, waiting for the big one. Japan looks primed for it because of the number of earthquakes that they're having. I'm shocked, honestly, and it's by God's plan that there has not been a tsunami yet. My guess is something very big is going to happen. I can't think otherwise. When you look at the things that are happening now and you mix them all together, like I said in my last video, I think, not the hell one, but the one before that, it's just a good estimate. I'm not predicting. This is by the birth pains. I think within 6 months this will double. I don't know how much time there is left. I don't know. Because of Apophis, listen to this. Tom Horn, no matter what you think about him, no matter what places you've seen him giving his information, I think he was a genuine man. I think he loved the Lord, and he was given visions, because how is it possible that he predicted ahead of time, confirmed, that the Pope would step down, Benedict, and hadn't happened in 600 years. Anyone stepped down. They all died with their position. So if he was right about that, he said he had a vision of Apophis. And man, we don't need Tom Horn to tell us that. They say it's going to hit us, or sorry, they say it's going to come within 20,000 miles, and it's going to travel from 300 million kilometers away. And however long before that it was going, you're just going to, of course, they're not going to tell us about it. And so in Trumpet 1, you see hail mixed with fire. And that would be things that have broken up around it. And here's the other thing. They find stuff that they didn't see. There's a lot of stuff they don't see. There's probably more stuff they don't see. And it's by God anyway, so he can do whatever he wants. So with what the Essenes said, they were in the Dead Sea Scrolls, saying, what was the name of that particular prophecy? It's in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Was it MQ something? Something Q? They said that the age of grace is ending in 2025. I believe it. Because Josephus said that they get everything right. And they were the only faithful priests of the Lord, aside from the Pharisees and the Sadducees. They broke off because they were corrupt and were into mysticism and all the whatever, just like you see today, and just like we see in different denominations. No one can just agree to say, I love the Lord. I'm going to tell you what threw me off. If Apophis, which it is, Friday the 13th, April 13th, 2029, is going to hit us, and it's going to hit the ocean according to Revelation, from what John said. And I want to make this very clear about visions. Jesus gave John a vision, right? People want to be exact, right? But they forget that John was just human. But they'll say, well, Jesus still made John put down what he wanted. And I think it's both. I think it's both, because I don't think it's always going to be the way you think. John, like if I got the vision of what John did and I wrote it down on paper, it's going to probably look different than what John said, just by a bit or a lot, but still the same description. It's sometimes things come by, these prophecies go by us quickly, and we're like, oh wow, like I didn't think it was going to turn out that way. So I do believe Apophis is going to hit us, because they're saying it's 20,000 miles under the satellites. Man, it matches up with the time we're in, when the 2,000-year timeline, when Jesus was baptized. Let's just call it 2027. Who knows who is right, and I don't, you can do all the calculation, the mathematical calculations of all the months and all those things. I'm not all about that, okay? I'm about here, we're in the time. We're in the time. I don't want to get, like I say, technical to, I'm not saying that's bad either, but there's always room for mistakes. And we're in, like, you know, his appearance on the scene, Jesus. It has to be within the next couple of years at least. And looking at all the things that are happening indicates something severe. And so Apophis, when you count backwards, so Apophis would be when wrath begins. That would be, it would strike the earth. So that's the 3.5 mark. Count backwards. And Burkino, thank you again. So that's October 13th. GSXR 750. Sounds fun. October 13th of this year, tribulation begins. You know, that kind of screws me up. And I'm not about this. Listen, I just want to know about Apophis that made me think my view, maybe everyone's view is mixed up. Because, you know, like, are the seals broken? Number one. Are the seals broken? I believe we're in the seals. So what does that mean? If Apophis is true and October 13th is the beginning of the tribulation, so what? The seal is going to be broken then? See, that's what I mean. I believe it's been broken. You can see peace taken from the earth. You can see Trump. You can see the way that he deceives by lies and truths. He makes truth fall to the ground. Look at the headlines about him right now. PED. You look. I think people get this one wrong. The red horse, or I forget if it's red or the pale horse. Power, that's red, right? Power over one to kill. Power to kill over 1/4 of the earth. People mistake that and they immediately say 2 billion people are going to die. But that's not what the text says. It says they have power to do it. So when I take a look at the world in my mind right now and I see the map of the world in my mind, I look, you know, here's North America in front of me here. I look at Russia and I look at all of Europe. Man, there's problems there. Middle East, there's problems there. When I look, it's about 1/4 of the earth. And there's a lot of war and death in Africa, and man. This is the point that I wanted to make this video about, so I just wanted to give you a bit of prior history of the way I'm thinking. Yeah, I do believe the seals, a lot of seals have been broken. And so John's view of the black horse, you know, a quart of wheat, you know, for a denarius, barley for a denarius, right? What if that already passed somehow? Just because North America wasn't involved in something doesn't mean, look at all the people being killed and persecuted over in China, North Korea, people being burned, heads chopped off, all these things. Look at Syria today. You know, like, don't be, what's the word? Don't be ignorant of those things. So if it's true, then I'll tell you something. When I look at the 6th seal, I'm pre-wrath, okay? Why? Because it says we're not destined to wrath. That means we have to look when wrath begins. And seal, it's Revelation 6, seal 6, says it twice. And who can stand, right? And they hide in the rocks and all those things. But what does it say in the very beginning of seal 6? It says a very big earthquake. Look at it now. We've never seen it like this in the study of earthquakes. It's never been like this. And it's probably because of the sun. God made the sun, make all the magnetism and all these things, so you know a big one's going to go off somewhere, and it's going to be like a 9 point something. Who knows how big it's going to be. And what's going to happen, I don't know. But my blessed hope, my hope to meet the Lord and be out of pain and be out of all of this, all away from all evil people and all this kind of stuff. I look at Seal 6 and I'm waiting for an earthquake. Like I said, sometimes we just don't know where we are. Feel free to share your thoughts, and I'm sure people will, but I'm not about no, it's I'm more about come Lord come, right? Come Lord come, get me away from this evil place. I just went on a walk, drugs here, drugs there. Man, it's like righteous Lot, right? Vexing his soul when he was in Sodom. And I'm only righteous because of Jesus' blood. But I hate the things that he hates. So there it is, man. What's going to happen next? We just take it as it comes. I hope some of you have enough food. I don't mean stockpiling anything, but personally I have a lot of rice, cereals, AK-47s, and some M4s, and I'm just kidding, I don't have guns. I have the Lord on my side. So, yeah, a lot to think about. And what's been on my mind lately the most has been Apophis. If Tom Horn accurately predicted something that precise, then I imagine he's right about this. And like I said, I don't need him. I just had to know the information. So, guys, we're getting closer. I don't know, split the land, all those types of things. I understand you're going to say this has to take place first and this and this. Sometimes it may not be like you think. What if a lot of these things happen when God has saved us and he's pouring out wrath? And I don't know. But I'll say this as a conclusion. I am excited. I am very excited. And, I wish the Lord would give me visions and dreams. And I don't get many biblical dreams, and I've been asking the Lord for dreams, visions. I'll take whatever God can give me in dreams and visions to counterbalance the sleep paralysis ones that I get. Thanks, Lord. But I had a biblical dream the other night, and I forgot it, but I know it was really good. And I went into it twice because I woke up and then I went back into it. Bless the Lord, man. Bless the Lord. The Lord is good. The Lord will help us. The Lord is good.